So when it comes to the first steps in internal, what should someone do who wants to get used to this fascia connection and everything? What are the simple stuff you can do?
Okay. Well, first off, I like to give my guys a quick glute dominance test, and we can link to this later. This is one of Coach Shia's things where he does a very simple test where you elevate your heel and you're standing, you elevate your heel and you try and grip a towel with your toes. If your butt fires when you do that, then that means you are most likely glute dominant, and that way your fascia is probably connected, which means we can move on to the next stage, which is the more what everybody wants to do, which is the internal training. Now, I will caveat, I will say you can be not glute dominant and awkward and be able to do some of these internal things. You can, you absolutely can. But you will perform so much better if you have a more holistic fascial connectivity. You'll be less awkward and you'll be able to do things more intuitively. Like, you know, you'll just be able to feel it. It's like, well, of course. Yeah. So first off, I assess, and then the first thing that we do for a lot of these internal trainings is we like to do this thing called Ashiyage, and that's just to stabilize the structure, but stabilize it by stabilizing the fascial structure, I guess you could say. And so what Ark will do is, you know, remember he has you put that pole across the back of your neck, you stretch it out, and you have to move your legs in such a manner that your upper torso is not affected.
Yeah.
And you stabilize the upper torso through the stretch.
Yeah.
That would be a simple one. There's others, I mean, I can link to down and out, like this down and out exercise where you access mainly the anterior chain as well.
So basically it's usually in the beginning, it's a lot about extending your body, extending your limbs, and then seeing if you can feel the connection and
yes,
and relaxing the other parts.
Yes. And let me just say, there's generally two approaches, and we take the approach of more like creating extension through the body to create the fascial stretch, and then you'll have other methods where you use a reverse breath inhale in order to create this what do you call breath pressure on the inside, and that will create a stretch along the inside of the body as well. So that is also completely valid. The goals can be somewhat different, but I understand, you know, the logic is still overlap.
Yeah.
And then I would also say I myself actually do a lot of jump rope because I just feel it's good for elasticity and body mechanics.
But but like I said, jump rope with the not with the knees flaring out, but really in a tight fashion. So that's really good.
Jump out
just on a tangent. There's this there's a Russian boxing channel, and this Russian boxing coach,
and you became faster.
He's explaining how to jump rope to this younger guy, and he's like, no.
Why do you go
ankles, they're soft.
Your thighs,
you can't be like, and your knees, they're terrible. It's like, no, they have to be straight. Knees, ankles must be stiff, straight. It's like, what do you mean? And then he demonstrates, and it makes complete sense that you would jump like that. And you watch all the good boxers, and they're like this, you know.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. So it's not all when you see an elite athlete, it's not just all like muscle, you know. It can't. Usain Bolt, he's gonna hit his fastest pace like in the, what do you call it, from starting from the middle, right? Because he's recycling that elastic energy. If he wasn't, if you were just doing like, if you do a bunch of deadlifts, right? You're going to get tired in the middle because you're using usually most of your muscle because of the lactic acid buildup. But a sprinter, they get faster for that short duration period. So anyways, but so generally speaking, these extension like exercises are what we prescribe in the beginning.